Hey guys, Curtis here with you today. So today I'm going over how to assemble this Chapin 20,000, I guess that's just the name of it here, 1 gallon pump here. And I say how to assemble it, and that's wishful thinking on my part here. So this is how it came. This was sealed. I went ahead and just took a pair of scissors and cut that. So that way I wasn't fighting with the bag the whole time I'm trying to do this here. So this looks like it's going to come out, and it looks like 2 pieces. So we have this here, and this looks like that all came in 1 piece. So as far as trying to figure this out, I did not remember seeing instructions with this. So I'm going to guess and say that goes in here. All right, so got a little piece here. It's going to slide down, hopefully. There we go. I guess I could have done that first to make it easier. But there's that little piece. Slide that all the way in there. Now, get that on there. See if I can screw that on. Maybe. All right, so I took a little bit of oomph there to get that on there. But once it's on there, it's going to screw on. Take some oomph there to get the whole thing in, but hopefully that's in there now. So now we have this side here. Another little bit to screw on here. So I'm going to assume that this goes on there if I can figure out. So it's going to be kind of the same thing. You have this little piece there. Let me get that camera where you can see it. Little piece there that kind of slides up and down. So I'm assuming this is going to line up there, and that just kind of sets there. So I'm kind of hoping that's how it works. It goes down. Looks like it's going to be the same thing. Gets in there. There we go. So screws on there, and that's it. Going up to the other tip here. This turns. I am going to assume or guess that what that does is adjust your stream. So you tighten it, either that's going to make it spray out real nice and sharp or into a big mist, and then vice versa if you loosen it up. If you overdo this and keep screwing, I'm assuming this is going to pop off here. Yeah, that's going to pop right off. You keep screwing. There's what the tip looks like. No idea what happened if you decided to spray that without that tip, but that's what that little tip here looks like, how that works. Going on to the inside of it, we have this big handle here. Give that a turn. That thing pops out here. And I'm going to guess that if you screw this on, this little piece should pump. Let's see if I can figure out how. There it is. So I kind of just held on to this part of it with my finger, gave this a good twist, and you heard that little pop or snap. So I'm assuming I should be able to pull this out now and pump it. Yep, there it is. So if you had this full of some type of liquid, I guess your typical thing would be like cleaning solution, maybe something for your yard or so on. Put it up here. Generally there's a fill line. So here's a line. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I'm assuming that is going to be the fill line. That's probably as much liquid as you should put in there. Once that liquid's in there, take this, give it a pump. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Almost sounds like there's some pressure building, and obviously if there was liquid, there would be pressure building. Once that fills up full of pressure, you should be able to take your spray here and give that a good squeeze. Oh, there it is. So that's just air. So there's a pressure just from a few pumps I did. So it built up pretty quick. So if you had a liquid in there, that would be spraying out your liquid. As far as this handle, it doesn't look like there's going to be anywhere to latch it. No, so there's nothing to latch this. If you just want to hold it down, so you have to manually hold this to get to go. As soon as you let go, it stops spraying. But there is the first time I opened this, and you see how difficult it was to assemble. So not incredibly difficult. Maybe if you never used one of these ever before, it may take you a little bit longer, but not too hard to figure out, and not a whole lot of parts. So pretty easy going. Looks like it's going to have a good little amount of pressure built up considering how few pumps I gave it and air was already spraying out. But there's one more look at it here before we go.